.9 FM so and our sugoi. And I pay Mobi Bia Achi and I am memory that 6th July 2024. 6th July. Yes, July 2024. It's for me producers no more person confusing me and pay. Me make us 6 and almost 7. Ya mo bibia kwa aba e wo Nit FM so asami edika program na wasugu so nda no pay asama edika na ya boabo ni na no ye hwe na wotwe mu ebi mpo efri na wotwe atwam nsam ne bre efi na wotwe atwam ebesi na wotwe mu nsam epiepie akase ene emu nkuma na ehu hia na yese de baba sommo e wonda no pay e woni Nit FM asami dika program a wasugu so enso na mi a meti adwam edi dwumadi ehu chia me so ne baba me ne mo bebo nkomo ama mo like information ya frame openi kojo ODAME ADDO openi kojo ODAME ADDO and last week me say me de nyame ADDO magim stia akaba omia ono say mu first year ma no me magim stia enti yanche ho kra no nsema etwagu na wotwe mu no in fact ebi mu ahwam ebi mu so wedu ebi so ehunahwan yen enti edini na be ma mu kakra na dwuma ya yedi se opese usane WhatsApp a anase wa wutie yen wo so be sane WhatsApp ama ya kenkan ama wa wo de be fa 050 372 1744 050 372 1744 na ye ba be wie dwuma ne so a e de dwumade ne be wie so a wo wutie yen a wo pese wo frɛ na wo ne yedi nkombo no so ana ye tie wo so wadwen nsema ye be brobro so ina no wo betie ya wo be kire wadwen wo ho no ene so ebe ma akonya e de phone lines de betum na wo so wa frɛ 030 22 43 540 0302 243 540 Besides Subiowa 0302 243 540. Yes, I want another line number and so betumi afrase so. And so fry betumi ajiwa tum pepepe. And so 0302 257902 0302 257902. It's here for akonya no eswa na wo so afre na wa bekye wadwen because adwume eye adwenkyere nko a na ye kyerɛkyerɛ yadwen na ye de o man na si bebi a ye na ye ni beso ye na ni begye ho na obia tumi atena o man mu e wasomdwe mu enti ye nkyɛ ho no na otwi mu ensɛm a ebisisi ye na nsɛm a epiepie ye ebi ni sɛ WAEC West Africa Examination Council WAEC omo chere se omo ye ready pa se BEC omo be conduct for this year no omo be ye despite se aban no e de omo ka say aban no e de omokapa eye Ghana aban menka ne ye Ghana aban e de wai kaka but almost still omo de exams de omo ready say ombama EC for atro etosu bio Chief Justice ya maame Araba Tokonu Chief Justice some etiefo be kaya Martin Amidu actual petition e de komo mampani Nana Akufu ADDO se anka onhwe na OSP onyi nedi onhwe na onyi nedi na mampani so e forward sa petition de koma Chief Justice so no so mbo akire nhwe se nea owura Martin Amidu di aba no eto asumu a na ono so ye hu adwuma Chief Justice watena ase ahwehwem awurawuram aduodom edosodosomu ohwe ni na na Asem no a Martin Amidu chroba na eni nan eni ngina so bia nti wabo Asem na atu egu nti sia OSP lawyer Kisi Ejaben woda bo adwuma na eno na ebinum bi se Martin Amidu wo adwuma na hya wonsa in fact una we the first OSP our mampani Nana ADDO edi mawo odi adwuma hya wonsa wan tumi anye na uja ho wa na uja ho na se ne abrante kwa mojamono aba bagistia no nka ne sa na se obo adwuma adwuma ti se yo wo ntumi anye wa na uja ye obi na epamo ye obi na epamo na abrante kwa aba bagi adwuma ne ya wo se watcho petition se adwuma no ye ne ye adwuma wo ho wantumi anye no obi aba wo se onye ne ye na den na wo ho no betumi anye wan ye ne ye watcho petition tin ti enfa yi abrante ye di Chief Justice say wasema wo kan no owura Martin Amidu ibie nim njina so bie nim penifo baka se nsuo nim nti wabo Asem na atu egu wabo Asem na atu egu kra che se Ghana ha mo bia fi Martin Amidu esako samba ko esa atu aso ni se cement manufacturers Honorable Katie Hammond, the trade minister, and Otto Nsafre cement manufacturers say omombra na kombesi nkunwa na regulation a opeso de ba cement edwade enu no omontutu ne ye omu ina ensi nkunwa na obia embobo hu na ehu ti dia ye de Asem no besi ye na yankoti a cement manufacturers say hey oma boycott meeting no Asem ne say ya yesi ekwae no they've been ambushed say trade minister anka ncho mo say nsem trofo yen ye bewo hobi enti no sadia meeting no kinton tan omo anya ye no obi afa ne pen brewu ode koy na we na ebo pre trade ministry ho ebi say mo a minister sibo ono de oyese sidia nkunwa omasi previously nsem omudi tudwa anase nsem omobobo ho no se betodwa ase afanu no afamienu no we ka we su ka we nti ompese nkunwa ombese si no nsamtrofo eni ho a ene so se obi se manufacturer so say ministry no omode sa nsamfo na ba abonten a enkoye se esuwe nia we ka na esuwe nia we ka nti no frɛ nsamtrofo no na cement manufacturers dabi owura entumi ne untina nsamtrofo mu ensi gina nti sa nhemde no ambaso adechiye na the trade minister Honorable Katie Hammond okole airline no ewo parliament na ya impone efri se edu parliament no anka minority kura besoreti ya so minority agitum eboae ema minister etumi le sa airline no a eba be regulate cement prices no say cement say eton wo enkran a ukodu Kumasi a enye the same price say eton Bole a enye the same price ukọ Axima enye the same price. Now when a minority chief whip honorable Gavins Kwame Agboja Adaklu MP ka say ono de almost support almost minority no almost support ema yele sa airline no esan se oma kenkan mu a omo doso mo ehu se enye se oba be control untie ne yo yes oba be control cement price na mom regulation se ne ya ye wo ye fangu mu no ene uko filling station bia esro bia ne the price so uko goyela a different uko total a different uko star a different uko petrol so a different uko benab a different ti anu ena opese cement nso so ye gasimo we ye jatao we ye dangote we ye simafo also se uto cement ebo a one kran say 100 cedis a uko Kumasi a eye 100 cedis eno na sisia de trade minister Ochimiele minority so support no this year you say be mature 21 days no na say baba ye mra the for cement say some so baby a ekwakosi no na we na edi na mu a na minority for say NDC in can say NDC because a party no general secretary na gina simpie so kasa edibetu just say omampeni na ADDO any chief justice omo ka bom say omo pese omo ma Supreme Court a judge say wo ho no on the bench no ekodu 20 CCI omo ye 15 na ADDO any chief justice omo ka bom on pese omo de enum ekoka ho na ye edu na saade no NDC for so omobo njo so kra na mom omunja na ADDO nja saade na opese oye no na anka ben a beba no onhwe se bia se bench no obudi beka ho a na nkode aka ho na mom eni se na ADDO na eye sa ade we na omo ye ho press conference edwa a inception for yeso ye ko obi a edi betu mu efiri ho na Asem Asem betu odwa baako the NDC press conference na emu say omo accuse Akufo-Addo ne Supreme Chief Justice say on judge so all party Supreme Court no with MPP inclined judges no almost had to just say Akufo-Addo should stop and as I say if was Asem na modu kakra the Asem me kan na ma no e wo so kakra I say Akufo-Addo stop abusing your power, draw lessons from Kenya the mono youth the mono and na meju wanam say say mude ne esi Kenya e ba betutu ho wo Ghana ha eti for emuodu kakra o emuodu because ne esi wo Kenya no menji ndi se oman Ghana e be pese bi besi se emaburu ebe sori etia omumpenifo so omo parliament house kwa no chese omokogu ho no mu a momromo omotwe ho na nye asem ketua asabere na mpono na Ghana ye MPCB wo Kenya ho no mu a bebi ede omu wura ya ansa na omunyo omu kire didi mu kwa na enya asem papa se NDC ba be ka se Akufo-Addo onhwe na esi wo Kenya no nja ne oye na yes mbotumi aka se onjai na mom wode tutu ho se yesi wo Kenya no ana ya ba 20 yanka bibia keke de ameni obi anya adwen wo ho because na esi na ehu yehu videos I see the McCain MPs kwa bi mo ato nwrem ma kwahye forest ti in fact ya kasa ye hwe ne ye kakra ye hwe ne ye pa na eno na Kenya president nso ye so oba be ye live program oni meburu no e wo social media so e ba ba twetwe nkomo na meburu no a kire omadwen omo how pa e wo sa taxes no na ono ankasa make the photo kese mo say Kenya President William Ruto has faced tough questions from furious anti-tax protests during a debate on social media platform. That's X. That's old. I can't that them because of Twitter. They say on your moody common when yano a hogrono so cry. Omo ka bi kire no. Omo bi sebisa questions such as ono kra on to me yano. Ono kra na on to me yano. Now the big one. Debia me say me debia na otwene mu no nsem asisi ye na bebra mu emom de bayi ba ko a eno the big story and the big one, the big issue asi ye e wo na otwe mu ene se answer na otwe atwa mu ye ti se Dr. Mahmoud Baumia edi edin bia koma president eti no hu no se ode Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempeh akoma president no na otwini mu a no sade koma MPP party no executive or the koma national executive no the call from head office the koma MPP head office or the koma omo esa so beto odwa say Dr. Mahmoud Baumia Sade Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempeh me dem say the doctors Dr. Opoku Prempeh the koma party no anana bi e grant hu interviews bebre na anche ena eti so National Council of the MPP kwa akotenase na omo ebobo edina mam Dr. Mahmoud Baumia de abetu dwa no so ombeji atum so omonji ntum e wona twen ma hu so abetu dwa gbungbran se Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempeh honorable just unanimous decision the whole MPP Council of Elders no omagina tum a obien raise objection bia say ono na ombedi mate say running mate ombedi mate emma Dr. Baumia eko 2024 elections yimu na enu na edin beto odwawie asade anchimpo ena yenya ntie se fifi buafo anke fifi buafo ono na ya pa on se oye the spokesperson for Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempeh nti sisi asa upo bia upesa one napo ekasa a chese wo frɛ fifi buafo ono oye ne kasa maafo ese sisi a fifi buafo eja kokobod atu ho eja kokobod na atu ho ena oba bekasa ma Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempeh napo say running mate to Baumia going into 2024 elections. Na eno na mewo voice bia mebo ama say Nana ADDO omo wie sa Council of Elders meeting no Nana ADDO kasa odi tu dwa no tifo moma yentie Nana ADDO kasa okaye nsem chofo popi no ama opie fi Alisa Hotel no nsema okachen nsem chofo yentie kakra.
So let's just endorse the nomination of Matthew Opoku Prempeh to be the running mate to Dr. Mahmoud Baumia. The MPP has an excellent ticket, and we're going to win with this ticket in 2024, 7th of December. That's the news. That's the news.
How's the feeling?
Feeling is good. The Feelings go well, they make a very good pair, and they're going to win. The National Council has just endorsed the nomination of Matthew Poku Prempeh to be the running mate to Dr. Mahmoud Bramia. The MPP has an excellent ticket, and we're going to win with this ticket in 2024, 7th of December. That's the news. That's the news. How's the feeling? Feeling is good. The feeling is good. Well, they make a very good pair, and they're going to win.
Eti nia ya mampeni na adodan kwekufado edutu dwa after say ye name Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempeh say on our partner Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia going into 2024 elections no na yabo amamo no na abane sa no yenya abo na podi na che say Menchia South seat no ay vacant ewo MPP mu ay vacant going into 2024 elections no as I say party no pe obi a obetumi ejina Menchia South MPP di mu ewo 2024 elections mu nti MPP for say omo be set date MPP set date for Menchia South parliamentary primaries nti wo a woni na pokoye obi ka baby ese na baby su yeye na baby yeye na baby su yeye we de menka ne za na po ekọ enim na wo a woni ne koye so a wo awehyem so opese wo di part na nim wo Menchia South no wo so ekọ yi ama wo nti wo a woni na po ekọ primaries no let's you boot you ready pa na party no ekọ omo de date ne ba ana se da ombe se omo beye primaries no wo so akwa party na nemu na wo de apre aba parliament house tietie for na otwi mu nsemu asisi ebi na de asum anopei na anopei no ya sheda tunsa afre the PRO ana public relations officer for the trade ministry aya owura Prince Boaten se omre na yembobo hu yenini ndi nkomo yenhwe se eba ne sen na cement manufacturers mo protest na echi minister Katie Hammond otumi ele airline no wo parliament house no le no kra na 24 hours so na enya nti yeso se speaker of parliament advice honorable Katie Hammond say anka on redraw airline no ni na no ye pese ye pensem mu ye wurewuram ye domo suko na yenya ye ho ntiase na nti a san sensemi na abaso ti ye cha hokra no ye ne owura Prince Boaten eba bedi nkomo na owura pacho be Mike nkakra me emo akwaba anopede boko
Someone me wo Nit FM se me peme wasem anopei mi hia no hanom
sa
eja mi hia so ameton safra onti oton safra mi ana mi ne hwe ka se akwakwa ye oman enkoso onti de na ese yebo modern na yeba na ye magana fo ehu ne ekoso wo sa cement nsense mi nti me ba ya na wadaroma onkrato na ntia
eso ye da se yeton safra o wa gina asupem na wetutu atata ndra na dwukwa efrel na o chese bebi a o chene deep pa na me send no message I will reply so I have no problem nti ye da se yeton safra so baba
wadaroma
na ede na ekoso wo cement hey bese 3 weeks in cement price no na Katie Hammond no na ka chamber of cement manufacturers boy nkomo be free genesis of this whole issue entiase
Medasimina. Na mejasa akwanya so na mechia Ghana for ni titru ni TFM Cement nsemo etiawa. Ye nyina ye nim se eba adansie, eba ekwan ye, eba eniama bebre in the construction sector. Bibie ni hon ma ye beya ye bitimi ayi cement nsem afrim ema ayi. Eti eba cement won sama e wo sane a etie kakra. Na ni a etie ni ansana obia ye bema obi kwan se omra emeye cement ho adwuma ewo oman mu no. Ye wo ekwan a ofaso. Eti se obekaye a eye afia etwa mu ye mu. Minister for Trade and Industry ede bibi bae ebetu dwa na okase eye ne ayefe ne se Portland cement production eye cement ye ewo oman mu no ye wo emra ewo oman mu ye faso a ye de produce cement eti woba se oba bibie se adwuma na ewo oman mu a enhye baako parliament enye owura ka eti Hammond na ye ne boso ade eye parliament eye oman mrase bedwa e de abetu edwa ene say ese we apply to the Minister for Trade and Industry na oma wo permit ema wotimi set up your cement factory ye nyina ye tete weja ho no mo ba bi factory bi Empire Cement ne ho nsensem na obebie factory na omo manufacture products na intutuo na eba no affect residents a wo honom ne ade mebe ensem bibre nti anamon ba kwa yitu ye ne se woni bibi yento ye bo asiansa sese na kasa no kra no oman ye hwe yen cement dodo a yehia ewo oman mu a any factories ye wo ewo oman mu ene ne oboni fe ne se omo production capacity omo honden omo de be produce cement a yehia wo oman mu na ye twam bebre se omu nyina betimi aye adwuma at their maximum production capacity ehu hia se be hia any new factory kra bi.
Oh, okay.
Inti minister issue ni ayefe ne se administrative directive with effect from 13th September 2023 last year you can say no permits shall be granted or issued for the construction of new factories for the manufacture and bagging of cement. And no dey dey buy no na cement manufacturers here e wo man mu no mani age
say just bomb ho ban
obi ntimi na mu biem omnko an na wom minister see ma obi mam intendi omani age omnko an
and omo budget so
e boy abaso akama
wow
etimi krakrata bi o mensem hanom sa krata ye krami dated February 21st, 2024.
Okay.
The patch was also sure no ma. Minya yanka wa ube bo enkofuku a edisa ade eba betudwa amatiefo ehun nkofo a bebo yabasui.
Okay. O share logo no abbreviation o man Cogmac. Chamber of Cement Manufacturers Ghana.
Thank you. Patcho kan nia ewo esoro na minhwe.
And then also request for a joint press conference on the new legislative instruments into bracket regulation on cement construction and production.
Thank you. On cement construction and production.
Yes.
Now, BB a very instructive into my enkind na me first paragraph nepe. I am writing on behalf of the members of the Chamber of Cement Manufacturers Ghana and the whole cement sector in Ghana, in Ghana, to thank you for your tremendous assistance and leadership in bringing about this critical regulation governing cement manufacturing. This is the first of its sort in Ghana, and the economic, social, environmental, etc. benefits leave much to be desired. The first of its kind.
Yes.
Ketiam on Kroya Yachin Abosu.
Honorable Ketiam.
Honorable Ketiam on Kroya Yachin Abosu. ɛna cement chamber of cement manufacturers Ghana afie mu February 21st February 2024
wow
omatro krata de ba ebo na baso na nyesa omo bo na baso kekewo omo request omo sre no say omo ma ministry no ene omo enkamom na ye organize a joint press conference and from more ministry na baso and from more raketiam na baso and from maban na baso say this is the first of its kind.
Wow.
Na unim na meyi kakra
igusu tie
wo hwe ase ha no ma mpacho nansen cement nsensem ya ekokoso bebree owura ben pa na okasa edema cement manufacturers yi se ne ayeye no enye o mabojo na yebetimi a yentwa so na ne ayeye no na yebegu om ndwuma mpacho owura ben pa na okasa e wo san nsensem yi ho
owura me friend na ye ne di nkomo ye friend Bishop George Dawson Amoa
menu ameda se
the CEO for the Chamber of Cement Manufacturers Association.
Me pacho letter na wa me de ma na wo kan no efiri hefa na eba.
Efiri Chamber of Cement Manufacturers.
Eti na chese papa kuria.
Papa kuria. Na mo yenhwe ase wo so no ano o ho a.
Me pacho nde me nka nti wo de wo kan na atifo intie.
Oh okay. Signed. Also counting on your usual cooperation. Yours faithfully. Signed Dr. George Dawson Amoa CEO.
Medase. Eti Ora Dawson Amoa ya.
Yes.
Oh, sorry. Enye Ora. Bishop Doctor.
Yes.
Ono ne sane krata yi.
Insano.
Uji di pa se uhu se on ne sane yi.
Oh.
Odame. Ne sasha se.
Makenkan mehu.
Medase. Eti eye Ora kro ye o na wo frɛ me ne no na wo ma na okasa wo other stations yi.
Yeah.
Se dwumadie na ye di no kra no yen consult omo ye na omu ninsawoso yen frɛ omo yen hia omo ye na omu nya hwe
o se hia de mo hia bi na mum de airline na de mundi hu nkomo
debi enye sa na woka enye sa na woka o se yen hia omo ne omo mo ene omu ni sa dwumadie hu nkomo
yes
medase aboya baso waboya baso new airline na abano efa efa ni nyina so efi ni ayedi kan ede baaye na obo yabaso na omo yabaso kekewu na ni agya ma fi se yebo na adwuma ho ban eti ministry no ene no and organize a joint press conference. Yes. The Chamber of Cement Manufacturers Ghana proposes a combined media press conference as one of the communication channels for promotion, sensitization, and awareness of the regulation. The primary goal is not only to publicize the LI, but also to use the chance to clarify the regulation as well as fully endorse the regulation.
Mr. Dawson Brofuni.
To fully endorse the regulation. By a copy of this request, the Ghana Standards Authority, being one of the main stakeholders, is being informed accordingly. We are awaiting a proposed date and time at your convenience for the third press conference. Edi asembim. If you say ya makwan ema enkofo foforo emma industry num. Enye se ye pese ye mankofo mamu. By ye hu say we must protect enyuma ewo ho so dada.
Any per calculation.
Any per calculations are ye no. Ye nim say with their current production capacity. Oma ho odin a omo wo no. Cement dudu bia ye behia ewo oman yi mu. Si ye de ya kwan, si ye de si adan, si ye de ya bridges, si ye de ya den. Omo ahoden a omo betumi aye.
Eti omododo yesen cement manufacturers.
Oh, omodo so kakra metimi me pesa me advert ni omo ne me yenti me pesa me ba advert kwa mom timi sheda mo bobobodi ni bebre.
No ye di me say omododo.
Omodo so aka ma ye obebe edumiensa.
Oh okay.
Eni akire e wo oman mu.
Okay.
Oho. Enti sa cement ekuo be edumiensa. Yes oh. say omo ne customer yen regulate prices bia because a free market economy.
Yes, obia
timi ya ne ope obia timi bem obia timi mo obia nche obia so. Free market economy ye de administrative directive eba ye say ye ma obia memu biem ya suspend it. Ye boy abaso. Ye joint press conference. Omo obo minister baso for a new LI. Ye wie ne say ya boa mo kama. Nipa mi nso de enka ye kwa adecha enka edeche enka edin.
David.
Afi e ba ne sen. Ye wie ya bom nnwuma ho ban ama mo kama. Ye wie ya afi de mo ma hu se ya bom adwuma ne ho ban ama mo wie. Minister nyan suspended administrative directive no. Eti ye mo bia kwa ma ne mem. Eti se mo ba be for mo cartel. Mo ba be kamuti abom. Mo be mia Ghana for kon. Mo ba be kunyen. Na ministry no ye te wo se ye den. Ye te wo se ye boa ama ya hwe se mu nnwuma be den. Ebe koso. Musika mo dia ba be hyem no. Se ye hwe se musika no. Sabe enye NGO adwuma na mo ye. Eti ye se ye boa mo na sika na mo dia hyem no. Mo satimi ye den eka mo ade. Na emom sa adwuma na emoa na ye de boa mo nyina se ne be ya Ghana fo ho beto mo ntia. Eti se ye bo nnwuma na ho ban amamo. Na Ghana fo na o mo nti na ye bo mo dwuma na ho ban no. Afi de mo be royal kawa afi abeti dia. Mini adame na se no de ye pene so ma mo na enye yi. Ye ne mu nyina ahia ye wie ne hu se afi asagya ma cement bo no. Bambo kakra na ye de mo nti cement bo okosoro dudu. Ene obeti na peja from 60 Ghana. Ade beche be kwakoda na do 65. Ebedu ne nansa so na do 70. Ade beche obesori na do 80 Ghana. Mi raketi am say ade na ekoso yi. We da menti ase. Ghana fo osu. Omo a real estate for anu dem. Omo so ha dan anu dem. Say almost almost your mother de ono so the business ono so o ya no.
Oh yes.
Enti ekoso a ono so o de bejew.
Oh yes.
O de jiwi. Wan hwe ya wo be hye mo ba bia na so de bejimi o.
Oh yes.
Ne ya de ji ho ne ye kɔ. Na we na Ghana no ne ye kɔ ne sen. Na ye wi a yanya ya san ba bisu se o man ni mu aye den.
Me ba o. Sa kire mu ye sa ela ya wo sa communicate isu. Ela ben ya na Bishop Dawson eka ho asem Eli ben
mo ye de Eli aba sa Eli no ye de regulate the production and manufacture of cement in this country.
Mo fan ko parliament.
Ye de call parliament legislative instrument mrasebedwa pe na ewo ho kwan say omo pass legislative instrument in this country.
Yes.
Say ankom na sebedwo ma enka be executive instrument. Na no the president na kasa de ne shasa say. Ye pese ni memu yi na ye gi mrasebedwafo adwen ni ade nti no ye de call parliament na yakwa for 21 sitting days amateur and ye de adwuma.
Okay.
Now eno no adwuma. Nti manufacturers no koso fast forward. Cement bo na kwa na ekoso yi. Yes there be yentimi mane masa eti ese efa ekwan bi so na ebo no etimi egina na woni ama mentwa adwensi bibi so owura onmunyamfo Urban Sumana Kingsford Bagben Speaker of Parliament mi bune papa owura or the number 1 or the number 4 gentleman number 3 gentleman of the land
oba how
my chance Mira, fetch me why?
No, to be so. Can't say such a message. So, what's your number?
Mira, but fetch me. Now, abasabo, and I'm a day airball. Eba emremua, or you're one of the most experienced emrenim for our maimu.
Oh, yeah.
Beyond say, or ye an accomplished lawyer. No, Masebejo Muso. Aha.
Because
Mugabi, Metusela. We in the film, enye ye. Wa bin enti se odi adwenkyere bi ba se owura ketiamon me boss ensan enhwe mu bie mu a sabe na me ne hwan na me kwa kutu owura bagbenfo enti yate na futuo no mpanifo ebedwen ho se wonim se me boss nso ono so lawyer ni a ono so ne nan si for mankasa Inti dropship on sensem ni ade nya wonu so no kwa no man yetu no ma ne kokotwe ye bibia ma bibia to yi inti e ba mre ma omunya omuni mumra ye mu bi no mo nkwara afi ne ye ba ye nya nduru ho law school kra inti mi koduri iti yentimi ne omunyi achinyi nemom nia minim ene se emra na ye hye no emra se bedwape ene betimi age atum ye dia kwa koto parliament fo ya amaye kwan me ba na metiwu na woka owura monyamfo Gavins Kwame Agboja oye NDC mrase bedwani baako oka se airline no nyese omo emfoaso na there's no way ombebo e dia to agu nti ade na ye no obia enim ohawa e de emayen emayenma eti se adwenche bi ho no ne kwan bi ho no ma yebetimi afaso ne atoto adwen a well at the parliament say bibini ne fo se enye ya after 21 sitting days of parliament yenya de akokoto we die edaho after 21 sitting days automatically ababe emra na machio wie na obi fo se ekwanya e bia ye de fa so baaye no ana se ensem bia ewomu no ene Ghana mra bi ebo ebra nti ye de dwuma na enye ya sebe yesensem fonti na court ewo ho mibra gbagben akoye lawyer ni eno ana me kenkan bibi so one of my former ministers mira Haruna Idrisu a former minister for trade and industry former minority leader former majority leader matese ono so ka say if he has to go to court to test the law obeko ni nyina good for democracy nemom in the meantime owura George Dosenammoa bishop ene ne nkofo ye ma omati ase say enough is enough Mami ma obibi ti amesi enough is enough.
Omo enjui say bia mo twa for mo so bia.
Ye twa for man so.
You are the businessmen.
You are the businessmen. Na bra.
Omo capital abeshe man ni.
Wona do capital ababeshem na wo de beshe mu no sabe. Wo de beshe mu no e na eye nji wadwuma na wo ye. E na wo ye de acheche Ghana fo a. E kan ni se wani abri.
Omo nka say minister mo twa for mo so.
Ye twa for no so okwan ben so. Wo mo wo twa for minister so minister nkan hwe. Omamu ni nyina minister yen ya pa no ema ye mra se badwa age na tum se onhwe no ntoto ye niam ama yen or the administrative directive aba se ma new companies emba mu biem because nia ye wodada no it is enough betimi emiti nia ye hia eno de omoni age mabo na baso yenya joint press conference nkwandewa mira kwasi prat beka masa nkwandewa na wie ti eno de ye wode nemom wo san kwan no bese koja me na me kasa besa me ho na ko
okay
na fi de wo ye manabro so na me se twi break gina yen hwe ne ni nkomo wo se da bi onti ase me ne woni ma de ha me on the 16th of January 2024 me pacho me wo krata afofo bi ekura me wo hwe esura Accra 16th January 2024 Trade Ministry and Chamber of Cement Manufacturers confer on rising cost of cement on the Ghanaian market.
I'm saying na beto dwa say manufacturers ya ka say omo kro omo ntia se ntia say cement na free omo production point e ko do retail na price no it escalate sa.
Oh, what ye ho?
Oh yeah.
Oh, menim say what? Sir. Na me say me kwa na mate o. Because me no raketi amon. Any Ministry of Trade penalty. Moso mate.
Yeti.
So mo anka say kasa.
Mo amo say eyo
nwanwa.
Yes.
Me da say. That press release issued by the Ministry of Trade and Industry and what? Chamber of Cement Manufacturers Ghana.
Yeah.
Ministry no why di na wa hey. Prince Boachen Prince.
Yes.
Team leader communications and advocacy. Me number na wo yi. Me a me no kasa yi.
Ampa.
Reverend Father Canon Dosenammoa.
Yeah.
Convener, Chamber of Cement Manufacturers Ghana. The number and the chassis.
Pepe.
Me person the number betu job because I fine. Can be the number need to join it here for free. Say I'm passing on the number.
And the interview anything.
Me da say. Secretary you crami. Issued on 16th January afiyemu. Ye koye nhyiemu. Ye hia ye no e na ye koto to adwen say cement bo no se ne woka no e kosoro dodo. Na nia ema ye fresh meeting at the meeting the companies admitted that they were going to increase the ex-factory price for their products by rates ranging from 3.5 to 4.5%. And tia yetete ye no no. Ni si da bi yemfrɛ wom. Yefrɛ wom so omugitum se komo betum. Komo betum. Na the manufacturers contended that although they have had their own challenges in the cement manufacturing value chain, the main reason for the upsurge in prices was traceable more to the retail end of the value chain, not at the wholesale level. This was because while the manufacturers have recommended prices and agreed markups with their major distributors, they had no control over the sub-retailers of these distributors. At the end of the deliberations, the meeting resolved that in order to ensure that retail prices remain within the recommended ranges for the respective product grades, the following steps should be undertaken. Inti yemfa sa hyehyɛ we enye adwuma na yenhwɛ sɛ bia bibibesia. Ensembe na yekan. Number 1, the companies will publish their recommended retail prices for each zone in the news media to keep the market well informed of the price of the product. Sa number 1 we miraketiamon na ni bra abri nyina sa de we. Minu ayehia. Yehia ese na wo ka se omo agya atum so omo ntia se bo no kosoro sa no.
Retail.
The retail end because omo ebo na omo de mo no de enkense se ebedu from ho a epeja sa. Yes, oh. That's where they Asem de. Se mo akra mo ntia se ne ha mo de a. Uni bibi. Ebo na mo se mo de mamo wholesalers no. Mo fan tuja
no bie hu.
Eti me ba abeka junction. Se me ba beto cement. Na me ba na minim se ye de atudwa se ye de ma KWADWO for 70 Ghana. 70 Ghana sabe wan so cement na odi tiri so. En free tema. En de ba abeka junction or de fa car. Oba ye no so no enye nani enka bia adwuma na oye. Enti ono so per profit. It is a TNT bi kra na cement bag bia wo de fa ne say yanyi no yanji ambum ye je per bag. It is a cement bia kra o de ba ye je one bag bia 10 cedis a na so no so ba ye o de ne profits kakra bi e bia 20 cedis ana 50 cedis bi ana 100 cedis bi ato so a say na me hu say ebo no e reasonable. It me bana KWADWO de no e 60 Ghana 70 Ghana. Me say oh okay me can papers mo so say yes ye de ma omo 65 o na need 70 me ba oni bibi ma me nyese me ko La Paz e kwan ya so me tutu ana mo ko me ni makakra nhwe mate say yes cement depot bi so ho na me hwe ho de na me compare me tu ana mo ko no na makwa ko say KWADWO de na 65 no me ko na ho 68 nyan so madane me ho wan mababoko me ka che KWADWO se me hwe na scanner o me ho na nya itimi ko iskaba enso na ka nya se me ko iska bia ba ka me mbabiem me ko ye makon se ho na nya 60 68 KWADWO 65 me meto ne boko na menya an option to decide say me nto ha na ma me nto ha
na se e ba ba e se filling station de ya
e ho na me de bai won say owura ketiamon wa ye adwuma Ministry of Energy dawo.
Yes. No,
why Deputy Minister for Energy?
Yes.
Na breso e na ye de ni abroni fe no Unified Petroleum Pricing Formula e bae. Sa Unified Petroleum Pricing Formula no eno na ene okọ ya petrol ne diesel ahwe ya okọ goila omo price okọ shell abon se difference kakra wo ho okọ another filling station a difference kakra wo ho obekọ total difference kakra wo ho se na make say me twe me ho kọ ha no mi me hu say we 65 we 68 ba hu say eboso Sani ade be to obi enka say oba be control cement prices. We can never control prices in Ghana. Ghana a member of the WTO, World Trade Organization. World Trade Organization come sanction Ghana. Omo de tabon be to yeso.
Say ya we member ye pese control prices.
Who control prices is saying? And then me control price. You cannot control price.
So be anton to the open.
You can only regulate.
Okay.
You cannot control.
threshold beto.
Wo de beto.
Okay.
Na ye de hye bi aba. Eti ye benya entity bi te sene ye wo National Petroleum Authority on baba be check for standards. Your Ghana Standards Authority on baba ko check for standards. Ebo no ye de recommended aba. Eti nyina ye de aba se o ebo no ye betimi aton around this. Se ebro so a ye betimi anya issues e wo ho. Na mom ye nkɔhye wo sa chenchena aton 70 Ghana. Sanya ene petro minua ene ye hye obi sa chenchena aton no sei.
Dabi.
Aden na no de enka say price control. Sanya ye ewo petrol ni diesel asye no. Eno bi na nkakra ye pese ebedru mi bi no na cement bo nso na ya ba bedru ho. Eti obi enim say cement de ye ton no sei.
Say mo ya say ka omamba no benya choice. Say me pese me to we and say me to we. The pricing.
Based on the pricing, based on the quality. Okay. Aden obi betimi decide say me the fuel station we pay e wo mo say ne bo no nyina around the same area e wo mo kra say bia minim say filling station we ana oil marketing company we omo bo no e wo so kakra chen we na so me hu say me the omo fuel egu mi kai mu a e boa me
okay
e kontem ensantem mitimi e co speed kakra en say me engine tem.
Okay.
Eti wo musa ne bo no wanim kakra de be no ana mepe.
Madam for be on the we the den go ya no beto.
Me advert ma obi. But me wo ya me den station ba kope na meto me fuel. Well anyway aban sa wo munti no me advert ma mkra nya hwe. Me wo ya me den go na meto me fuel.
Go the AI dey teach me.
Ya nya ye diem. Me wo ya me den me kwa akoto me fuel go. Eso ebia na gwel obehwe na ebia o price e wo so kakra chain obi no mo die o but that is my choice. Aden na yem pese e beba Ghana for the same choice in the cement manufacturing sector na e ho de chinchina mepeo ese se ni awo pe e na wo de gemi na wo de gemi atwam na bu etinya ye kan boko yem me price control.
Yeah.
Price control is not feasible, it's not possible. Na se kam na se beja enyintum. Na Kowura Gavin Kwame Agboja, minority MP, ebeka say omofo bill ne so. Because they know say we are not seeking to control prices. Ni aye no e the petroleum industry no. Eno e bi ne pese ye in the cement industry. Na Ghana for ho etom.
Ye ne Owura Prince Boache Boatin, ono the public relations officer for the trade ministry. Ghana here na ni nkomo efa cement na ho sensama aba wo be na wotwe miensa ni kacho aba na yepese ye ni nesi nkunwa wo nese oncheche mu ni entiase yie say manufacturers na omun kan yi na say mu trade ministry na mpese mu ambusiom ti ora na ba ne say na afide omo ba say ye ba be ye kan say meeting a stakeholders meeting. Almost one agenda no one chrom say in central for ye be hobby. Ombedu ho no man central for na share asoso o cameras ho. No mo yem shi o mo say hey and ye nyante dem. Eden.
Minia someone say me dey say me radio station na me nua na e ka say. Minia mo dwuma ya mo yi. Mo botai ne sen. Enye mo botai ne sen mo Ghana for hu na ye koso.
Saba pepe.
Broni be ka ne say transparency, accountability, sunshine, yempiesu na obi ehu ne a ekoso. Na sebe minua enkomo aye kwakodi. Enkomo wei eye kwakuo masem benanti. Ensentwofo ho ayenyi yi.
Owura do se kire say manufacturers no bebre no me fa say investors no. Ebi mu Chinese for omo no as gurus ababegu nti e ba be ka asem no. Na company for wo mu a sense trophy on bebre omo de omo tu masa investors embe betra na ombetututu omo anu keke
aden na ye ba bebusa omo say sika na omo de ahye omo adwuma mu ekwan ben na omo fa na ya ba bebie bi omo ni ma
so agenda nam kra ma fa ma omo
agenda ben na ya fa ma omo kan ba be eden ye nyina na ye hye ye nyina na bibi ekoso e ha yen na ya to nsade afre mu say mo say ha mo eti mo mra na ye hia na ye nto oto adwen na woni oni bibi ye say ehunu bi panyin hu ti na bo asrewa ojeje ne bagura no yi na ni ato nchen mi kura krata bi wa hanom wo hwe soro a mpacho hwe nia e wo soro na kan na ti fo nti
say members of the Cement Manufacturing Development Committee.
Me pacho bobodin ni bi na me hwade.
I say number 1, your number, your institution, and your representatives. I say 1, Ghana Standards Authority. Will be your representative, Professor Alex Dodu, chairman. 2, Ghana Standard Authority, Mr. Francis Kojo Ishon. 3, Ministry of Trade and Industry, Mr. Kofi ADDO. 4, Ministry of Environment, Science, Technology and Innovation, Mr. Jima Muhammad. 5, Environmental Protection Agency, Mr. Saeed Foroko. 6, Ghana Institute of Engineering, Engineer Ebenezer Kwesi Hazel. 7, Association of Ghana Industries, Dr. Frank Huber. 8, Chamber of Cement Manufacturers of Ghana, Bishop Dr. George Dawson Amwa. Last one, experts in the manufacture of cement, nominated by the Minister, Engineer Mark Bediako.
Medasi. Enti krata we so ora George Bishop edin wo mo ho.
Edin wo.
Medasi.
We committee.
Committee.
Aha.
Medasi. Wo kai se me ne wo ehya akasa no me ka kire wo se ye de airline ba kwa di kan aba. Emma ora George Dawson Amwa esro yen krata de bre yen se yenya joint press conference.
Yes.
Na all minister baso say this is the first of its kind. Sako you know, sa airline no. One of any man na ewom and say young form this Cement Manufacturing Development Committee. Ya form sa committee we na ebehwe na oma regulate the sector. Na oma hwe say enema na ye de cement no ene ne boo ene ne manema cost of production ye be ne den ayimbia yentu abanfo na taxes bi ho no ma onhwe se be kofo ma na se be cement ne boo ne betimi agina ho ayimbia e bia klenka na ye krade afiri abonten aba no e bia yen wevu taxes na ewo so se be a cost of production e betimi aba form na okay ye hwe ye no ye hu se cement factories ni bi mode of production in terms of their standards, in terms of environmental standards. Through the Environmental Protection Agency, they are also. Yenche na factory ho no yen sanitize ho. Yenche na ebia ebo no. Is it not a determinable? Omunie. Send ye be ya enye minister. Ene eba beka se yenye ni sei ana yenye ni sei. Sa committee owura George Dawson Amwa eteso. Bishop. Almost here 5 times. In addition to first meeting na you can say omonko publish prices no omanyen na uwie na say consultations enko so a consultations bim na wo pe ye wie no wo kom na hye bedwem in the constitution article 106 or 108 the law making process e kwa ye fa so ye de mra eba no there is nowhere in this constitution say the minister be at the legislative instrument and so the bibi eba onkonkwan ne fe say pre-lay no eye nia ye be kan say eye house na na oma adopt oma ankasa style bi se ne be ya ebeboa na ntiase be ya adwuma na mom ade ba akwa ese ye ne se eye consultations yi ya ye na Dr. Kra etra obo ya baso ma enema ayayi ade ba akwa na ese se ye minua aden na publish it. Wo say price a wo de ma miura price a wo de ma minua ba no eye wonwa say efiri om nsem na kokodu me bra ho no ma oton na boarding sa enam say ese ne be ya ebe boa me no nia wo de ma minua ba na me bra yi no fatu dwa na obi ehu etime ko bra ho na me kwa akoto a aden na efi ha no me ba bedu ankwa 50 cedis 40 cedis na ba beto so na de nkwa transport no wo de fa ship wo de fa plane na me hu na me to me fo wanye mashia 5 times wo si yenhia mo esan se ye share conference room ene ye meeting no ne be boa ya ni minutes of the meeting ayo ho a ye betim dia ba betu dwa if need be na me boss se hwe ne enim na wia no ye nso kan ahwe n'anim anajo na anu asem bi nti menye biem eti enne menem nkosha kwakwa mu biem na mu wi am aba be ka kire Ghana for say yenhia e
na ne hu kwan sa ka minister de beto mo nim ansa na mo ba beduru ho
o de beto ho anim ansa na ba beduru
o be ka kire this committee and say manufacturers say san shemu a ye ba be hie nsem trofo
da ben na ye hia o ma ya ka kire mo sense trofo be ho no mo da na sense trofo ni order. That is not what pertains. Say for one or two reasons best known to me. Mobile yes we no see. And then they mirror ya now or say he will go ahead and address the press. And agree says some boycott meeting and they can go. After all, and your money be pass the airline. He only felt that in the name of good governance, in the name of transparency, in the name of say yebenya and tiasie among ourselves, yenshi answer. Most of pa among kwen na say nyamo na mbehye no. Nemo na ka meje ma adwenkyere. If you say you are also a critical stakeholder grouping. Mobile ye no mpo no minister say o mate say mo say journalist wa he mo nya comfortable a mate the detailed discussions na ye ba be yen komodi na kasa ne de edu so ye betimi a mo mapie na emom na anu asem binti no mo ma ye nyina ye address om na ye mo mu hu say ye hia na ye ba bedin koma betoto adwen dia fasade we say hu it is ye nhyiamudie ni wi a bibi bia e wo ho a ye de betu dwa ebe yi no ye de betu dwa senia on the 16th of January ye issue joint press statement emma me any Bishop George Dawson amwa and the dey sasha ase no edu so na ewie meeting now we can equally issue a joint press statement senia mo pese ye no na obi ehu eti mo ya address press no na ye momu ne enti a ye hia eno so mo se ye mu na ye gikutukum
Owura Dawson kra be ka say the way I are honorable KTM on your mukasa kwana or you see the word abusive.
How was he abusive? How was he abusive? We were all there. I mean, to be very generous to Owura Dawson and more too. To be a bit generous to him. Owura KTM I am a boss. And I will not try to always hold brief for my boss on anything. But nipa obia e won temperament. Obia e won su. Owura KTM you obia o ben na omo enim no beka cho say he's an entirely different person from say na bia o se no abonten no. Ono kasa ono obedi agro, ono kasa na bia na obo abeti, ono kasa na bia masajaja ne akeka na ho so ye kasa amotomobo. I mean, who doesn't know honorable KTM for some of these things? Does that mean he's abusive?
Okay, now say onomo kasa gross but
the usual KTM that we know.
Okay.
Ono kasa o masaja munyanya mo ye no mo so ye ne mudi nkoma ya motomobo ase na mo ya press for ye ma press for bia nko ba bia mo na no me ni mu hia ye mo akoka ba bi say ye nhia me mo nko ba bia mo mbe wa ha
we hu boss kasa
pa ono ka we ya we ye ntokwa
utumi me ke boss pa eh
ono ka we ya we ye ntokwa wo kofa de we se ne ase wo nti bi da e bia wo kohia obi te se bia Owura atachia ana wo kohia obi te se bia Owura Speaker of Parliament na one e kasa in this manner ebe yo ngonka kakra se na papa we de na de ba ne sen this is somebody who him say this is his usual self and he means no harm. And is it a mistake that is how God also made him? Ade obi asori a onya mo a nti one wo kasa we entokwa ti we nu ni agro na ase me mpre meko okọ ye. It does not tie the hands of the minister. It does not tie the hands of parliament. And we a minority and majority both agree that this bill must be laid. At the end of the day, MPP for betimi ayo money maniama, NDC for betimi ayo money maniama. But I tell you, these politicians, despite everything, on my way, and can't quite hear omo. A told the day now, who said no. Cement, me Owura Abuja, me to cement. Me bush for to cement. Ghana, me te parliament, road construction, cost of 1 kilometer of road. A boy a cost to Nina cement near the idea count. I don't know the yen I ever. One say now they are all aligned.
Yeah.
Say no, the bill must be laid.
Obiato cement.
Obiato cement. Enti edru enema bia. Kom so munya abotre. Ebia munya abotre ena ka yedi nketa ho a. Ebia na ka bibi kitua bi yebetimi ate ase eyi afrim asana ka parliament o. Wo na wotwa fa minister so yi. Na wotwi fa ne so no. Eno ama position na Ghana constitution e di ama no. Eno so afri ne nsa. Ene ene.
Eda se Owura Prince Boatin. That's a pa. That's a cement issue ni na no. Wo pa che say ne ekoso be na eye oman no anasa oman ba no asomdwe obenya anasa hotoso obenya wotumi ato ne cement odi aye adwuma price no enkoso bebreti ene kacho yi
pepepe ni tie mu na waka no enti me de me kasa ne bewie no me si so say sa regulations we it is not a price control mechanism etwam
okay
ensi wo ba bia biem do biti okra e ma ye kwan nemum as it pertains in the petroleum industry ye wo unified petroleum pricing formula yetimi set benchmarks no ebi na ye hwese nkakra ye beduru ho even that yen ene yawo etina esen ka omon publishing yen nduru ho no nka omon fan tudwa se ne be ya me decide say meto ewo we ho ana meto we ho because mo am say mo kran so mo ntia ase ne ntia ifiri mu nsem kokoduru retailers na wa na ne wona akosoro sa eti publishing ya wode ma wholesalers na me koto retailer ne wa me hu say why this markup na me decide say we dey ma me fa kanto kaso eti meti pokwase eti se pokwase e na me toy na eye 115 for a sa particular brand of cement ya we dey ma me nya ne kakra enye ne hu ntira mbe fa ka na mum se ochina me bese akwadwuma a me duru abeka janhia anachi mota me musa nhwe me kohun se ho no mo no eye ebi 100 Ghana na chese ma save 15 Ghana cedis on every bag aden na ne me fa bobo ya na me digum na oje ba ko 5 cedis me save 10 cedis we bia so ye ni say na me fa ntumi mfo kekezo wo so onye na de be na hye ntumi ma ntu be se bebie sui
etie for masumu Mr Prince Boachidan kwaye dase se etu nsafre waba na eja nti ase ye nya no aso ye ni edase pa tie for ye dan ye ho abasisi a
Nit FM Neo.
Kwame, me ya umwao. Me ba penyu no kane no onimade pa. Na so nan se bua no obon. Me dwene ho amenti ase.
Na so we dey simple gra. Fanuko White Stone Dental and Eye Care. Na yen checking anima no.
Oh, jai samani abrewate. Me ba bona me ka asmacho asme Fanuko Eye Care clinic.
Na wonnim se enkwada bi wo no mo a. Wo de sua enko yie nyina no efi wani. Akwada bi wo a abra teacher ni kira de no. Won hu ade ni yi. So wo tie anima na so wo tie akire. E ba ne sa. Fanubra White Stone Dental and Eye Care. Nye nhwemu mfa na ni no. Oha bia entam se wewe na esia no ama no.
Ayampa o. Na sekro ni yade no eba emonka ye. Wadwe o se bibia ye fine. Wo be ko na bibia ka echi na wani sei. Na sekro masate se wono momoja broso na esiche yade no. Aya na momoni yade pa.
Sapepepe. Onipa bia kra no afimu one kra check up e wani ho kra no. Enye mpre no. White Stone Dental and Eye Clinic se. Fa wo no wabusua nyina. Ebra ni enye nhwehwemu emfa mani ene mo se ho. Oha bia no ye behwe ni esia no e de amamo. Ye wo abafu mfidie ultra modern diagnostic machines ahodo a ye de yesa nhwehwemu no. Ye dwuma efo nso de. Wani wote enti ba ye beje o fel so. White Stone Dental and Eye Care e wo East Legon. Ye be MTN office kese no. Free wo 024 225 1983 and 024 045 2992. White Stone Dental and Eye Care. Wenni eno kania.
What's cool, fresh and trendy with a new look? Makes you feel real good, that refreshing vibe. Satisfies you right just the way you like. Do you know? Do you know? Do you know? Ain't gotta do it alone. Specialized makes you flow. Anytime, anywhere. Specialized feel different. Always think specialized. Special Ice Natural Mineral Water. Feel different. Think special. This advertisement has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
Governance. It's not an alligator race. They are failing in the speed and the rush with which they are attempting to implement all their policies overnight. How do you do that? We are seeing footages and on Joy News, Joy Midday News, on radio, on television. We hear the features We see the clips. Children are suffering. They are sleeping in the open. When we were busy eliminating schools under trees, they are now introducing eating and feeding under trees. Now we are hearing, we're talking about arrogance. You want to look for arrogance, go and look for Napoleon, whatever his name is, Machopuku Prempeh. And he has the effrontery and the audacity to be insulting, what, Nana Poku. This is the first time I'm hearing it.
Yeah.
So that's his house name.
You think he's arrogant?
Oh yeah? You are looking for a personification of arrogance? Go look for Napo. He has the effrontery to be insulting Professor J. Nano Ajima. After all the hard work that we did, if nothing at all, we shall credit her and the Jamama administration for the hefty infrastructure in the by way of the community-based secondary schools.
Do you see anything good in the NPP administration so far?
What I see good is that God is making us see them for who they are.
So essentially a year. It's been a year on of the NPP administration. You don't see anything good.
Invisible forces, Delta forces, crime on the loose.
You don't see anything good. There's nothing you can say, pinpoint and say, well, this is good at least. Nothing.
I may need some eye drop to clear something off my eye to see something good about this government.
The National Council has just endorsed the nomination of Matthew Poku Prempeh to be the running mate to Dr. Mahmoud Bramia. The MPP has an excellent ticket, and we're going to win with this ticket in 2024, 7th of December. That's the news. That's the news.
How's the feeling?
Feeling is good. The feeling is good. Well, they make a very good pair, and they're going to win. The National Council has just endorsed the nomination of Matthew Poku Prempeh to be the running mate to Dr. Mahmoud Bramia. The MPP has an excellent ticket, and we're going to win with this ticket in 2024, 7th of December. That's the news. That's the news.
How's the feeling?
Feeling is good. The feeling is good. Well, they make a very good pair, and they're going to win.
It's here for a quiet yaba. And there, Omwa, you know, better say, Efano Amayosem, Ayaba Bobo Huno. From the MPP, there were Ora Kojo money. Away in him on the Watanasi. Oh, yeah, MPP, Western Regional Assistant Secretary. Western North, yes, sorry. Western North MPP Deputy Secretary. In Kanisa, Kojo Money, Ora Kojo Money, Watanasi da. Yahwe him say Honorable Sanja Nanja. Honorable Sanja Nanja. Oye NDC MP a owo atebubu amanten mpesua so. Yahwe him say ono so ba betenase. Na dwumede ne ye kwa no. Nti yahwe him say ono so ba betenase. Na nsama ebehwe pote pa e wonde asem Yideka no say 1 yebehwe MPP running mate Dr. Matthew Poku Prempeh nkofu bre ye nya abo ne di nkofu bre atro ne mebebre MPP fo atro bibia fa no se Opoku Prempeh ni otipa mehu se obi muso atro bibi se omo to the 10 cents of napo yebehwe na yesen ahwe NDC for your press conference obi ogina mu kasa ye Fifi Kote, Fifi Fiavi Kote, NDC General Secretary. In some more case, Supreme Court. In some say Ekufuado, President, any Chief Justice, or Makabumwa, on person more pile up MPP inclined lawyers. And I say, o pushy some from mom court na bench and so no. And so a behe. Last one no say Dampare. A police IGP. Police IGP said, Yanka Yakumantu Yayem. Na police, you know, am I ready for December polls, you know? There's almost in your Guaquem. Cacho BNC, or being conquer for ballot box, nay, Yambonu to an answer, Yantiti will be a baton and better ho fine security wise no just say o my ready owura dampare na o kan we kire ti sansemi na nda no pay eni mpenifu eba besi no koso na ye bobo mu ye doso doso mu yie nti yancha nkra no owura kojo money of the MPP e mo atenase
mejo suminia
anopay nsema ye de tudwa a ese bebobo ho no wo ye MPP ni aka pese ye de eno call last but me ye sure say wo buy what say cement for
cement issues no
cement issues obeka kakra yanji anu ansa
me da say na answer na me start no me di kan o say me fi regional mabayi nko ade na o say metimi chia I am a regional chairman Era Benjamin Nama na me chia regional executives any party executives na mo western of na first me chia executives o mo wenchi constituency say nchi bia mekọ ho no me offer ne yere film on the 20th of July ti mesre du ho na nyina yakwa kobo offer ya omufa o wenchi na de wo mu nyina ne say NPP so obehwa ye ba ema adwumayefo ye ba se na ye adwumadwuma ebetumpon na se adwumadwuma so betumpon ade ba kwa ye hwe so ne se ende se adwumadwuma na etumpon no omo exploit and also mo take advantage of the citizens also be a profit eye uniform and inti na obehwa tama eye petrol nsem eye basa ana yura eye jonaje kunkofo e deregulate the downstream petroleum industry or you liberalize say you be abetima participate bi edidim na afi the uniform price mechanism ne buyer afi MPA for finding a way to regulate the prices of petroleum and inti no say petrol bo ne be cost so say nye den crop at least obi a insight e wom because of kroma wetimi hu say we boy say na wakwa hwe ebe hwe so ade ba ko a eboa Ghana mpuntuo pass ne the cement factory. However, obi wo Boga wetimi to cement say 130 cedis. Obi wo Accra no ato na e bia 100 cedis. Obi bisa cement manufacturers no almost say oh ye de ma omo the same price in fact say 80 cedis. Na ba ne say na obi di ko almost say the transportation cost. And the ministry not say okay so na tie dia ye adopt the petroleum way. Na ye ntimi nya a uniform pricing mechanism from mass cement product no. Say na ya obi wo Accra otono eye 10 cedis a obi o Boga no so beto no 10 cedis. So what you say? So it's a idea. The intention is just to help consumers. Mufo na ye te Ghana ha no. Ye na we na say eboayen. Na mentime ho ase na asori no. On say ade ba ko a me hu ye nyina ne say I quite say a lack of trust between both parties. Because one say na Piero ne kasa no so mo hia o mo sa so no mu di nkomo o mo si consultations bi anko so and nam so ma minister ni invite a pressman no the minister's intention of inviting the pressman and just a pressman ba betina conversation ni nyina mo mawie o but we invite you mo say na ye nkrofo no and as a cement manufacturers ni room ewura so mo koye meeting na no mo hu say no kre asuma senior bentia ba e ba be ye den e ba be ye meeting no say china o mbegina no mo ka say ya anye meeting na so Ghana for be who say enya no correct. That was the intent of the minister. And Owie so crampo no rehash afterwards said the people were never going to sit in the meeting throughout, but just for them to come. And now almost say Montias here. The media mechanic say Emredu say I was say regulatory cement industry, no. Now I think say what the minister is trying to do no is to give a more bite to the GSA Act now, in November 2023, no. Say ya enye only for licensing of the manufacturers. They even publishing of their prices, any price we say any about. One thing I was here distinguishing is say the government is not trying to set any price control for anybody. You ain't even control prices, no, never. What I say, but so prices are influencing a cement. It's more or less on the say international price, more or less like the oil industry. Yeah. So if we've been able to deregulate the oil industry and or price mechanism which is working for the oil industry, the same thing should be applied to all sectors, not only the cement industry, but all sectors that fall within the same line. The NSA imagine say bema consumers timamufo no ye ho ahenhaye. Nti so ye timamumni na se wutie mi a ye wo Ghana ha nyina manfo nyina mutie mi nyina no. Ade a minister ne ye yen ho donti na minister ne ye ne saa. Or yen is ascend ye ya, when ye fato store cement, kwanya cement bo fa so ekurikuri ni ade no ni nyina to atwa na menum ye ni pese esidan menum ye ni pese ye covet we fi a ye to cement na ye ho akire yen minister me gidi se e adwen pa ne hyehyɛ pa na opɛ so de ba na mesre cement in factories so se ne ye nyina anim no consultative process na important but it does not hold the minister's hand say chinchina nchi won't be fa bill in parliament the mesre said they should get involved na after match the minister no so say you should reach out to them again because one of standard and chess and send you makoso you should reach out his son to them again na after omuntu ase na omon hyehyɛ ne ye na after Ghana yenya mfaso because bill ebe call parliament ema both minority ne majority nyina be agree there na ese ohun se ye bill a eba na be boati mamufo menyi ni se ye bill a be higher nkasa two parties ni nyina ebegye atum ti mesre so omo go back to the drawing board na afi so no omo fo omo hu hiem na entumi mra na emwa magana fo nyina ehun high because me ade ba kwa no kana hwema so ne say oko international price of petroleum is known oko even kwa na nse kwa petroleum prices no ye ba be review I say obi an sending the price no enfanko NPA what I say so that there can be a price floor no obi atimi ehu so it's known nti mengi ndi say ade bia e wo say etwetwe maso kakra say be ka say we die ntimi fan tudwa na say for no dabi because if you are in to serve the people also timi de tudwa
okay ora kojo money ya dawase from the MPP na asamba kwa the person sandi hu komo say IGP say Ghana for moda monda 2024 elections no omo are ready pass ombebo e ho ban yie omo mak kacho bia ensi na question is yanjini ndi
e was a mujinidi and then say mujinidi because under this regime me officer because the police service is a part of the executive in me officer angle no under this regime crime rates have gradually reduced eye bone 7 ne ma ye koso no wo de totom bi hu a akofam se be akofam me nye dampare nkwan regime se obe build upon appear and the freedom man buy and dampare aso aba upon bu yes until he is building on it until where we are now no what I can say is the police force no is they've upped their game. You see, the last time I was explaining something to people, say the systems near the building nation. The police system as it is now are adopting a lot of tools, a lot of digital tools and systems. A bomb in the administration of the police service, a bomb mama police in seminal aquasro. So Obesha, say Krumbia, who cameras or unsen Crawford say another police for the cameras a bobo, who more traffic light as a no child flashlight crowd that be brilliant, yes. Sir lights no, sir cameras now when they are intelligent cameras, a capture it sends you to the back end of the police MTTD office.
Okay.
What I say, travel for you now, when they call. This is what the Bonia. A honor for you a far picture now. It says so dear, you are Dr. Mahmoud Baumia Daroma, MPP Daroma, NI database, and you are building. Until you travel for you now, then it matches it normally are two NIA data and so machine learning algorithms. A beco a picky picture now, and then he sepa the trial. Say no, and no, so partner say picky what the bad NIA data no or GPS address also to be in baby out or telephone number also. Baby you also until ye picky no and your day. So what you say? So the police service under this administration employ a lot of tools. And into be and say be brainer the money and chebia no match your
necessary acquire intelligent led policing.
That is how it should be because everywhere in the world that is how it should be. Obama Kraba House, we should build strong institutions. How do you build strong institutions? You build strong institutions by building strong systems. By building strong systems. So what you say? Into the systems now are buying building. That is what the police is leveraging on. And the police, omode ye juma and inti ye hu de ekono. We said the last time kompona menunia Magdalene edin kombo bi ma ne kra ofre Richard Niyama. I brought committee an offense, a road traffic offense. At the time okodu ofi kofuda kodu kokrantumi okon the court wono. Odu ho no hand the phone so no text message from the police service say wa cause a blunder.
Whoa.
Yes, and he even posted it on his social media page. I was saying interesting days ahead because he was surprised. I didn't know because we are building systems. So we are bringing a lot of cameras at every corner, at every baby. I say hotspot. And now, who said the police force is recruiting more. First, I want to say the standard police in at least 1 to 100 or so.
Recruiting a young.
Oh, they are doing a lot of recruitment. Let's say police recruitment more publish. They do publish. Almost publish they be almost publish here, and they decided to pick the people in batches because no more doors. So they decided yes. So it's very transparent. It's been published. Oh, it's been published.
Oh, you can't say. Yami bra penny. Honorable Henry Cote.
It's been published. Because me to forms in the it's been published, but they minimally say they are picking them. We American and I'll get.
I see a mobile backlog.
Of course, backlog now all can publish more forms no because because more funny pa it be 2,000. Now back tono baby 28,000.
Oh yes.
So what you say? So they have to be employing them in batches. That is what is happening. It's almost a be among new forms. It does not mean say police in ton forms and some of my recruitment. They have a backlog that they are trying to recruit all of them.
Publish recruitment.
The one say it depends. Every administration has its style.
Okay.
So what I say, every administration has its style. So once it's been published, that's what I believe in. Say, what published be matter of forms are. I didn't think that own form you know be castle ne yasa kwato form for be. So what I say, yes, and now question more to one form almost it's like you are milking them, and I will just curve you more. And so police institution is not known to be milking people and somebody scaffing for that is what is happening. So one police recruitment have gone very high under this administration. Or might employ a lot of security forces. And now here component a lot of gadgets, provision of infrastructure for the police service has been top notch under this MPP regime. And then my IGP one or so. It is under the MPP regime, no say can intelligent camera systems no use drones. What I say in combating crime. You see where police nuclear be who are body cameras throughout. Wow. So what you say capturing everything. You start to say limited registration exercise. Could do about the police with the body cameras. What do you think is happening?
I'm on from Dampare
police. Cameras were capturing everything that is going on at the polling unit. So what you say?
Cameras is your pump.
Even more the body camera be crash your matter.
Okay.
Send your new ding come to be recorded. What you say? So they've enhanced police professionalism. Now, face you say so be sure. Say unam kruma, obe huane say moto phone nam krum, moto phone nam krum adentia moto police motors be brave, all because this administration have made it possible, and they are making sure say police have been retooled. So now the police have a lot of tools at their disposal. They have a lot of tools, a lot of equipment or multimedia juma motorbikes. Ube for krumba bia first nanka wuhu first na sana net here
motor ne dia utum sa adoso
and then there be no first na wuhu ni sa
na me kase
na de ube say ba na wow motorcade but say na ntesa we've improved upon the systems. What I say, we've improved. Then say omo cars, even as I'm talking to you now krampo but be omo muti beto bungalows na asifoni na everything is being built.
Police wants to be super.
Say human wants are unlimited. You could school much in economics. Obi pen and second but yes, so they have been a massive improvement. Okay. The fact say there have been an improvement. It's just the first near waha and an baby do her. And then just say how you know to which there be that. Name yes say Sebio improvement I then Abamukakra. Into the police force have improved. Into say Dampare Casa. Let me give this a simple forces on if any better waboa. They were the nice so. And systems na idea put in place through intelligent policing. Sebi ye name say police council. No, you are Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia na dano no. E man ahotoso because there is no interference. Inti GDP say I feel elections it will be free and fair. Na face no the police will not intimidate anybody.
Police full assurance omode maye no.
I was so with you too because combating would you hear the crime rate everything have reduced and under this everything have reduced. Okay. And I Mr. Catcher said look at the systems we've built. You have built a system of which is happening now. Mr. Catcher how the president and Addo Akufo-Addo have retooled the police service. And so for baby moto, it's a unim cannot cross a red light. Ubu ase motor kid no una okwa abo ase police motor no adu nchen ade across the traffic light. So person who say police na improve pa aya ahwe na nsin okada fo no. Na okada fo mu do traffic light aso mu gina. Nti so mu do mu gina.
Oh yeah.
And yes who say the police have improved. Ade ba kwa wo hu hwe kra wo hwe sa ade no kra wo say the policing have improved. Nti so okasa na me gitu.
And then yeah politics. Say
Dampare is not a politician. No, he's a professional. It does not matter. He's a professional. We can have our political biases, but we need to be very professional at what we do. What you are saying, the element of neutrality there will be able to say, but when you come to my field, now me all consulting from me, now I give you my professional advice, irrespective of whatever differences we have. Sana me gidi say Dampare so etie nti nye politics what you say because ade na e wo ho no obi asu hu ye say ni ho say ne me kan na nka ni ho no man ka obeka say ni ho obi atwemo hu say cameras ni wo ho obi atwemo hu say cameras ni twa na light obi asu ni me say ya build the NIA data system you twa light e call back in it me analyze data because e nipa e iLab no 1,000 years ends sada obi ani me say say for kroma hu police motors bebre obi ani me say obi kodi bone a enche na ya che no so what you say obi a organ ha bi ani me say police cars adorso Obia organ habia nim say police for use drones in fighting in combating crime. Obi organ habia nim say police service who could do honoma. You say come so many police shop or NCBA or come build your so a lot of things. Yes, a lot of things are happening within the police service. And yet by chance
shopping mall.
That is sanity here. The Ombe Shoki say a lot of police staff. Me what I'm even thinking, they say ebe kakrano the security forces no they will be the Ombe self-sufficient so man tad then your boot company produces themselves no more kofa obi no mal timi. That is what I see the direction on person moko. All these things have been made possible because they have been systems which have been built and Dampare is relying on this so can no dika say so can because nema ewoni akade e wo so de adwuma nyina no ye de amane so mfa nya adwuma.
All right, eguso Honorable Sanja Nanja. Menya ntie se onam kwanso a oba. Nti yegusu hwe nenim. Na Odwe.
Binia.
NDC for your press conference. Na otwi mu ya led by Uru Afifi Kote. Or accuse president and the chief justice. Say aden and omo person omo feel you can't say Supreme Court bench, with MPP inclined people. Why? I didn't know where
on say, and an American be as man American leading me to this. No, the fact say, Bia may appoint you, say, you may be say an answer, say, no, does not mean say, Babe told me line. Sebi, ye who judges are NDC appointed your court, MPP court to Marulia Momo. Because in the 90s, na MPP we need those landmark cases, no. Then MPP for the appointed Supreme Court judges. The judges are very professional. In the events, NDC for court, no musuko winner. The judges have been professional. Me adeba kwa me nwanwa wo NDC for ho say omo de ekwa kwa me say bibi ekoso Ghana ha bia no omo wo ho asem kan. Omo ho asem so kaso a omo de an say yen lambast no. Yen kan yen gu ade kro ne hu fi. From EC now is omodu the judiciary. Sebi so read in constitution article 144 no. And now article 144 I no and the ma president appointment to the Supreme Court no. I say the president shall nominate what you are saying consultation with the Council of State and with the approval of Parliament. So let's hear letter now Chief Justice Nichro now. He is not nominating. Neither is she claiming to appoint. She is recommending. Because say the Chief Justice, you can your constitutional article 128 which spells out the functions of the Chief Justice. Only the judicial head and the person charged. So obey the administrative head of the judicial service. And now so chair the Judicial Council. Or records. And now what sounds who Supreme Court and Supreme Court I think say as it stands now year things say Bakobe and Bakobe retire, so they will be 13. You see year 14. Year 14, yes. No year 15 but Bakwa retire. You see Omaka 14 14 back no obe retire I think in September this year.
Okay.
Inti
2 months to go.
2 months to go obe retire enche bia e basa no beka 13. So what you say? We read a constitution now or say aside the chief justice there should be other 10, which means that we cannot go beyond 10. But sealing there omoma sealing within the constitution.
At least
you
cannot go below
10. What you say? But as so be could be at 20, 40, 50 in there.
That's a confusion. Now for cap on to since
that's a cap on to so there be the woman say the woman say at least so obi kasa woko judicial review yemfa say wako a landmark case na ya popularity yemfa say 13 Supreme Court judges now omabet national rule here no akwa 7-6 obe kasa person ko a review kasa ko review say the judges ni bi be kan you see omaka 13 we the one the ba be kan I believe say it is in that light and na many proposes say yemfa 5 nka ho no munye 18
na say beginning so no betumi e bia mo the 7 and a 9.
It depends. It depends on the magnitude of the case and then the speciality of the judges. Judges not going to be on the the speciality.
Yeah.
So what you will be more good in land administration. What of a more marketing now? Omuni an expert in land administration. What do you do? What you say? More markano. So what you say? See, me say my men one. You're not being say a beer. A politics and not because I know a professional.
E kwa 20 and also do.
And yet 20, be 18 or so, and also I didn't think that also.
Say mo patch say President Betina Sui wa appoint for sa
President Betina so na be more retire more on your appointment.
My appointment
Unim say President Kufuor buy almost 11 Supreme Court judges have retired.
Oh yes.
Until my retire na why 11 appointment into more on your appointment.
No yes or not in the cronies na there.
There be the cronies be. Or judicial council num judicial council for the be vet nipa no mo de nipa na ba. Nipa no onye lawyer, nipa no onye judge. On Nisa experience to see the appointing no. When they are appointing on that meet the criteria to be a Supreme Court judge.
To be any who apart from on Crawford
for
patches or more MPP inclined.
The NDC for no one or more than a basse or ye MP NDC ni judge or ye due to be a Supreme Court judge. I am bonidi. What is some be that?
Bobimo.
Now for your hand to say. What I say? Me oh can't say. Now we say a beer, me could you say na why? Oba no abeche say na why because nanka we nanka betimi de nakopa why the most qualified na pa no ho no de asuma sikoye intimi bisa o say why na oye NDC ni o qualified to be a Supreme Court judge oye a court of appeal judge oye a high court judge and now say oye a seasoned lawyer or somebody who meets the criteria young appointing to the Supreme Court omumbo bi mudi me ntie
into press conference
Justice Appel Justice Appel no nye NDC no nye onye in quote NDC inclined. In quote, no NDC inclined.
Okay.
Was he not appointed by President Kufuor to the Supreme Court?
One of something.
And one of something. When you are due for qualification, they be as my kind of say we should not be driven. And I say, my interest in your political colors in Jari. Ni moment yen share your incompetence in Juma between me. And then there was say share. They didn't make your appointment. So what you say? Ebia me ameti ye, betuma A, betuma B, betuma C. Inti me kase betuma A, betuma no I jet me say okay, kojo money there. Oh, say no ye or ye sefini, say no ye officer fi. Or you say name mom, wo de adwuma we mana obetuma ye, obetuma ye crojin. Na che say adwuma betuma ye no, eno ho na wo hwede ye den. E dey promote me say me konkoye say adwuma ne fa ma. So what you say? Na say NDC. So we should not be look okodu America say here. Almost Supreme Court number one be on philosophy. You're so much inclined to the Democrats, those who are very inclined to the Republicans. That's what I say. But when it comes to some rule here, they rule based on the law. I mean, yes, so as a Supreme Court judge be and there have been any ruling from the Supreme Court of Ghana. Ama yakase sa ruling nearby ye dear. Chinchina chin ruling with your yen every currency that. Because they rule based on the law and their interpretations of the law as they do understand it at that particular moment and then within that particular circumstances. That is how it should be.
The NDC for can say a good father air pack Supreme Court with MPP inclined judges so that which may escape post regime accountability.
Okay, NDC for Omo mantra in 2008 time Omo person Omo power no. Fifi Kote no ka say on propaganda secretary then any omo ube ka in sama no mo kan ye ba be jeli MPP fo nyina akronfo dunso omo kasa ya the most omo wi omo kofa omo newspaper publish the richest people no ma ya adokofo always say omo adan omo ye ya fifi kote na wojina ho kasa no time okọ vetting committee ebisa ne ba sa no kan political talk otimi kan bibi enti de ba de na che say asema wo kan sisi ya na political talk because what can be that ekodu ebisa wo say when I was say no for evidence bra wo say asema me kan na political talk enti we de ba de na che say we de political talk na wo kan NDC for propaganda ne sebio nsem mo kan wo 2018 and no one on person mo de ba 2024 but fi 2024 na de minia enti sa o because free senior high school at that Roma nti obi akra ni bi kra no ye omo beto abai do oni hwe kra no be brena almost 80% oni hwe kra no akọ SS nti otimi kan onimdie si 2008 onimdie kwaso sesia nti sa wo kan asem a mpanyimfo so tumira na wa kiresie utumira na wa kiresie na afa so no sebio ase ayi amfo ho ho na kire no nto aso wa ka bi dada ye bisa wo no wo se political talk de na kire se de wo kan sesia no enye political talk na wunim de ntia na betimodidrusu don de NDC tam be ya attorney general na asefo nyina no omu ka tene say omu hu omu say omasa because all the cases they sent to court they lost all they no money that so composition betimi wini Ghana at 50 crompo no rekubro be ka ya omu court omu di asem ni wi kopo na Ghana de neka meboa they could not do anything it is uncle for kroya no ma say twa omu ho aba omu nsesan ye
so we there a request and answer recommendation from the Supreme.
Me say on say utie na yi na wo kan ne fapem nyina ne say or say the what the judge is trying to do no for the special for say opeso the MPP inclined judges nko akwat na na daachi bia no omo ba daachi bia so omo ba omo de ye kokota na che say na me catch you say 2007 2008 anya fifi kote ni nkofo na no mo kasa nsem no omo ba 2009 to 2016 MPP ni be no mutimi chi ni tu
na me kasa afi de omo evidence
MPP ni
Chief Justice
unia
I recommend nkofo
Chief Justice one recommendations no say obey we are ebia say president person nominating nkofo to ebia the Supreme Court this a president if no wa kasa he is nominating these people so we show me background checks we show consultations we say nipa ba ko be consulting the panel the Chief Justice.
So now we can be business say or MPP nimpo say o ti o MPP ne sade bi betumi aye ne ye a
dabi
betumi am waye na ye hwe say nti say we MPP ni na kwakwakoye Supreme Court judge na say MPP asem bi abetu dwa
dabi
how this like ma wo mboa say MPP ni no
dabi this is how the system works Akufo-Addo na president onye judge
okay
woni sebe me bra yi ne me sister amotiwe muna mo ye into the judiciary mem ono onye into the judiciary wo ye Chief Justice emre to say also pay bi mu e de kan ho because e bi obi retire and na say for ono onye judge obesi de hu nkofo ma qualify am wo system no nye wona obetu no fo
Chief Justice no de
nye wona obetu no fo
yes as Chief Justice you say for
nye wona obetu no fo the constitution dey sana constitution aye no nye wona obetu no fo say e bia asuma senior benti am qualify so utu ne fo na so the names na e ba e tu te si na say obeka agu na sum ana so beton krata so nyesa no I recommend no meboa because recommendation na ode ba no e bia president Yideka can be a chance say on recommending conform no krompa nobody knows what you say so he's doing his constitutional function recommending conform as to say conform no the president will nominate them no is within the purview of the president so okay we are recommending conform we are bremen judicial council madwen chire saying national on the council of state madwen chire saying okay mu nyina mu jitum let's send the names to parliament and vet no more approve you ma appoint them enye no ano no so what you say na nipa na that's the process na my explain actually no na 50 quote say sa process na cost because say per say ye the MPP for nkwan kogu Supreme Court na me bisa o say na me bisa o say enye omo kroya no mo kan sansem we rehash o enye niwo omo kan the same thing in 2008 January 2009 to January 2017 when na aban ben na wo ana party ben na wo aban mu na nkofo dodo sen na mo MPP mo mutimi che wo mo na case dodo sen na mo de court na case dodo sen na mo lucy mo mutimi na fe do mo chenji o mo atene genes na mo se son mo sa because mo kwa no makwakwa eden o makwakwa diegu na o de no kra to nchi fifi kote na o kasa asem no okodru ne vetting atese no mo vetting as deputy agric minister o se bibisa
no finance
I think he was agric before he came to finance.
Yeah.
Deputy agric minister, omo vetting no call parliament. I think he will attach akwa na bisa na asem no. Obisa no say nsem na kan sa time ni nyina no. Na ye political talk. Na me bisa wo say nipa no aka bi dada. Emre no do so onfa sebio evidence na emra no. O say political talk. Then na kire say asem a o kan to see ya no enye political talk.
Me kire say who say
Fisa aboa no unse anoma hoi ne ntakra na mehu anoma kro so nse aboa no ma mehu apatupre mehu anoma police mehu akọ mehu we a mehu briku a ne ntakra no bema hu se abo ye briku abo ye apatupre what you say enti me say nipa yi waka bi dadaada ye bisa no o se eye political talk na me bisa o se so de to nchen a o se ono na kan yo enti no asema wo kan de na kire se any political talk and a difficulty oka. So what is the last time I was saying something say so be share NDC is here on because we are in electioneering year bibia no makwa fa afi because on person mu kan sem ni na se for
omuni direction na
omuni direction na sem mpanyimfo se ntokwa fono wana ato ne akeka
ntokwa be na afro
the one that say ntokwa fono wo mo then the chese ntokwa emfono wo mo ntokwa fono mo na ato mo ne akeka ntokwa na afono mo ne akaka me say fi avikoti asema okaye in 2008 ombo mechichi yatum den omo kaka mo nsem ni nyina no from 7 January 2009 to 7 January 2017 aban ben na ewo power na nkofo do sen na omo chi omo tu mu na ono kaka sansem ni nyina okopie vetting committee in 2009 okopie vetting committee no o say nsem na no okeka ni nyina ye political talk na me bisa o say den na kire say asema wo kan sisi ya na nya political talk fi mpanyimfo say aboa wo ni ntakra na ema yedi hu aboa kro
mayema honorable Sanja Nanja Akwaba honorable Honorable Pacho Akwaba
Apom to say
aboko ya feel so ya feel na say the e be ma wona ya ntintia wa ha ya be twetwetwe kaka ene juma ye di no bi kan wunua MPP ni Kojo Money ono ye Western North Regional Deputy Secretary na also ababa kanwi na baby yedu ni ye NDC for mo ye press conference led by the General Secretary say President Akufo-Addo and Chief Justice omaka bom na omo pese omo pile up the Supreme Court bench no so that say Akufo-Addo and na ban omo ko opposition a omo escape accountability say ye de omo court a as say MPP inclined judges na wa palu mogu ho no omo twetwa ajo ti honorable Sanja ye nje uso de
yo ne dika ma men chia watiefo a ene no pe o tie
tiefo da wase
na men chia me constituency for Atebu amante asem na ye kanu sese ya no efa embisa ya hu se ehu hia skra se Supreme Court judges no ye dibi ebeka ho ana as at now you 15 judges 15 judges no kra amanfo esu se edoso yesu se edoso na odibi ba beka ho na akọ 18 see ama niema amanfo kase constitutional review no ma niema amanfo kan sealing of our Supreme Court judges Oko America is here. They have 9 Supreme Court judges. Look at the size of America. And they all sit. So, they all sit. The young fan say, okay, near amount for can so on the America system no different from ours. In that at the end of the year and as at the beginning of the year, no, 9 judges, no Supreme Court judges, no court transit. They select cases that they will adjudicate. And that is it. Fine, I'm finding some system here different from ours. But let us ask. Say 15. Say Ghana for you say 15 no krana ye ko mu. Yen bi yen tiso. Ana say yen cap no. Na say wo se me free akire. Edi bi ba 3 ba be ka ho mo 18 na.
Honorable Mepacho, adentina ye ko mu bu. Say ho kabo ana say then.
But you know, ho kabo. Do you know how it costs to maintain one Supreme Court judge?
Oh, okay.
It's very expensive. So, and you know, I did now we are and Chief Justice Nan Kasano. It is a recommendation. Since when has Chief Justice started recommending people to the president to say, Mimi agreement fees away. Yeah, you can do all the background checks. You do the background check. This is the first time I have to say, Chief Justice, alpha pen paper. As to whether the president even called for it or not, nobody knows. No, actually, Mimi agreement there, nipa numwe for more count. This is the first time we are hearing this. Because, and that's not what our constitution says. That's not what our constitution says. I think Article 144, baby. He says that in consultation with Swan. And I think it was based on the constitution. Now, is it General Legal Counsel said the council no, they turn the thing down. So now you can do consultations, but you are not bound by those consultations. Advice now, would you know? And you don't even come out. So me bound channel to me for. Now my ofutu no me fa. Now me koye mistake. I have to carry the mistake. Say a creditor, I have to carry the credit. I don't need to come and tell the public that me ba me nwa me cancel on the two me for. Me koye den, me ko gufu ye. Okoko kan na eye kama. Senka wa obefa. So in consultations, you don't need to tell who and who do you consult. But in the case where the constitution mandate you say consult to any crown. At the end of the day, we are the back stop
The president.
with the president. So the president cannot come and say, oh, side chief justice here, side Supreme Court judge here, me pointing, and I say High Court judge here, pointing me.
You've been recommending.
Recommending mommy. So where the Chief Justice on his own is writing to the president, and no cry, BB, say, a man for years. Why?
Judges need to echo retirement, and they are due.
How many are going on retirement? I think one is on retirement, and Miami
also September.
So 2. So if it is replacement, we just replace the 2.
So recommend say.
And that's what I'm saying, that the constitution has given us the direction as to how we should do it. Constitution now and say the recommendations should come from Chief Justice. So let us defend. Let us defend the constitution.
Okay.
The constitution is holding just a book. And it can't defend itself. Yeah, never defend the constitution. Anything obi every business obi me to say no. Some dream we say any constitution no fa. Na ma court. Court na constitution na ngasa sorry to me court. And we are saying say no. This is a novelty. At the full way out the baby. Yeah den.
NDC for problem they say Chief Justice.
I think NDC have stated as a party, have stated the position. And among some of the issues is this. And then I have my own observations too. Even apart from say, you can't say almost packet and Crawford Supreme Court party faithful, so loyalists. You see, some of these things you may not have. Your friend is saying
evidence.
Yes. But yet to Krumharo. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
obia ni obia hwe asofo nya politics ahemfo nya politics
so
enso ahemfo no hia ahemfo nko a omudi omo ho nkomo to ahu ene yeti hoi okọ traditional council and say ahemfie bia ahemfo na ombe hia nyina no somebody can tell you nana we oye NDC nana we oye MPP nana we oye say me will hardly say obeti say nana be gina radio so akase okoto abama NDC anase or support NDC anase okoka kiro bi say onkoto abama the other side of this. But we know. So in the same thing, nipa, and we are in a political dispensation. And the wheel of democracy is election. People
yeah.
Democracy ni nyina the fact pem ni ye case and answer elections.
Yeah.
Obi an kwa kira na adwen. Nti na nanom nko anso hia, omu ni nkomo. Asofo nya politics, nti asofo nko anso hia, omu ni nkomo. And within asofo na ankasa no, they do politics among themselves. So, and you know, even within the judges,
okay,
omu to aba, and within them, omu di omu ho nkomo. So, omu di party politics political parties ho nkomo. Na masa oba we can say they will change the topic. But within yenim. And judge now on the uncle din komo ono nso adamfo a ono nso ono be din komo papa we on your only side or ha. So we know all these things. And you know when you begin to do things and this suspicion be bad, you avoid it.
Okay.
See, all that the NDC said, avoid those things that will bring suspicion and let our judicial system be credible.
Oh yeah, NDC ni ano ye MPP ni na se mbra so ana se pempe so wodu no obetumi akọ bench na se obe perform the duties like despite so yeah NDC MPP ni what's the
nipa nipa bia na akoma wo bia na akoma wo na akoma wo ho so enti se minima ese ani ehu anya tan se minim. Oh, look, there are some judges, even among their colleagues, one party.
Okay.
Okay, said, was it the High Court judge or which was appointed now? Now, yes, what contested primaries and I say parliamentary election was voter region. Okay.
Oh yeah.
So such a person, where you name, there are instances because parties are party secretaries there. Ana ebia ya behun say no ebia am appointing no it will raise suspicion. Objectivity is still subjective. Objectivity no ankasa no is subjective because niawo my case we nimi objectively no make say you blue, but my objectivity would depend on where I stand. Better be a red. So, especially when it comes to these social science issues. When it comes to social science issues, objectivity is also subjective. Let's say you are a historian and I'm a cucumber man and I want to write a history of cucumbers. So, look at the way I write it. And you are an Akan and you want to write the history of cucumbers. Look at the way you write it.
Yeah.
My beliefs and principles will influence it. Good. That is why we will not want to see a known face. Because Oko Supreme Court, that's the final. That's our highest court of the land.
Unknown.
Meaning say ruling abe. Bias. And so Emran so on a fana.
But prudent say ebia obi known. Able to me Putin say where or here because or here this party member in
the first place before me kono mean say o pay there. Papa o tia dwam akwanya so die. Eh dia bobuatia. And no cry influence o thinking no.
But so
and no
in sama
ɛno
What mean party color say go play
because no matter the level of subjectivity, you can remediate it. It's in your peer review. When the Supreme Court judges sit no some those one, I say peer review. We critique ourselves, and until it's a triangulation. So what I say, where you have to source from more data sources. So there are a lot of things to deal with subjectivity. But the meaning yeah dream one we say people should understand say we have to be professionals in our doings.
Exactly.
That is all. Professionalism is what we want. And yeah, as to say because meaning the boss here when she table put here. The fact so ye be or NDC, and that's a bit my Juma way, say any on ye because of NDC. Meanwhile, he's the one that have the expertise.
And
he will produce professional advice. Minimum of professional advice.
The fact is that now make I just say, don't do things that will bring suspicion. Okay. And near my this suspicion, baby, we are they say no. Yep, I don't know what to say. We are in a transition because a democracy, no. Some mechanic to air ban. At least a near fee. Near my son and I see a near ma. And in net, Metraka said, that's a politics, no. And you break a woman even 92 ebano.
Yeah.
And you break a bomb.
And the mamma who said, I want a ura be.
Until a ma obieni da ho. And a tick beer. And this suspicion be our babiano. We should try as much as we can to avoid it. So, and you know, one, Supreme Court already 15, and I'm man for Cassia Dawson. No, me no beko retirement, and I've back account. We are expecting say me no never account. And if the Chief Justice jump on his way, no recommend this say, young fat two nkaho. If you ban a two no crown or recommend ni pa me no say replacement be. It and be crab to me abam so adwuma no dawson until 15 na betimi aye adwuma no the 15 na ekon but he has gone his way 15 no kra na ya kase dawson and the be ba be ka ha na 18 what is the justification and nipa kuma so na ye de ye adwuma so when it comes to politics about the psychology of it, the heart of it, and in the care. And to nipa kuma na edi ye adwuma no. And to know all of a sudden, especially getting to the election year. Any serious party, political party, opposition party will raise issues. So why do you also say election year? 15 no crane I complain no. Election year me say nneema obianso hu say na nneema si ko no. Say nneema be kototia. You are going to opposition. Why are you in a hurry to add more?
Nti anko njai na say in case President Mahama ba na NDC ba be mu a.
We are not even talking. I'm sure if John Mahama comes to power 2025 even we are thinking of reducing the number of Supreme Court judges, but we maintain it.
But President Mahama okoshia NDC are lawyers. Okay, so almost omo hiro mo ho na say omo ba be mu da chi a omo so motumi send it to the Supreme Court bench no.
But he did not say oba odibiba be ka ho.
One kaso odibiba
good
or see NDC are lawyers.
So it means that ennese na ebinimu akọ retirement eyenkranhye.
Jina say mujeja mo ho na say we aben ti sui e de bi kan na do so a just mo ba munye space bi enfa bi kan.
Yes see 15 no ye man no ho. That's the first point. The 15 should be there. As to whether we'll cap it at 15 or we'll reduce it, no. Because both NDC, MPP, and even some of the smaller parties and movements, no, they are all, can say, there will be constitutional review.
Yes.
Obia can say constitutional review. MPP is saying it, NDC is saying it, Afafanto is saying it.
Yeah.
Another one is new movement was saying new force.
New force, yeah.
PNC and other Obia can say constitutional review. I say yan sakrai we constitution no.
Yeah.
And you know yan train. And one of the issues are amount for a Asem is the number of Supreme Court judges.
This is here say constitution a vacant say one for cap bi anto so.
And you know say yan nyina ye can say number no so. And yan other say better so and say be cap no. Then why are you in a hurry?
Why
are you in a hurry to add more? And when you are in a hurry to add more, more no. Now obi anya adwen say bibi ekos. And in your Kenya ne say na me ba na me te say na mo ka say police IGP.
Yeah.
Abe shebo say they are fully prepared for the 2020 election. 2024 elections. No. Let us all get fully prepared and try to help Dampare to achieve what you want to achieve for Ghana. Rather than say, from the day from before I ever blow whistle, no, then people is already have you create an impression.
And Bini Supreme Court.
Because say unim said 2024 ebe toaba. Say toaba no na say nyankopon pengu uhini a uhini biema. You can either put the ceiling at 18 or 15 and add on or maintain it. Yeah, but why are you rushing? Why are they in a rush?
Yeah, well, election year. The nyan to abaye. But Supreme Court judges nebi call retirement. Yen sa.
Ni omo call obian can say nyan sa. Ni omo call retirement no. He can for me if you ask me already we have 15 no. You maintain no.
Okay.
But going extra 3 no. E ho na ye ade a etwetwe amanfo aso. Enye NDC fo nko. Ghana fo nyina etwetwe omo aso. So only Ghana ni bia di nko. I don't know ye huri ni sa.
Constitution say be offensive.
You should abuse it. That is abuse. Oh, say.
Seven by reality.
A comdo. You aduane be si ho a. Emra bia nche say aduane si ho no. Dinaja bia na say nyina me boa. Now am who di no. O say emra bia nche say ma fura e mana mi guso na mi kikahie mu a. Enye wuo no be wu. Maybe no for a pie.
Oh, okay.
You see, so this thing we are talking about is for Ghanaians, the good of all Ghanaians. And the election, the election must not break Ghana. The election must make Ghana.
Okay.
So after the election, we are going to build Ghana that we all want. So, and we shouldn't allow elections to break us. And you have a responsibility to protect the Ghana we are having now and the Ghana we are going to have in the future. And Dan Parisi, on any member, are you ready? And the other thing also from the word go no about my suspicion. Now man for dreams and at the end of the day, no. Look, when people get out of their way. So you need the two crowd. They will ring mine. The Arab string. So you have only to no almost trouble.
There's a can ya mo press conference mo can ya be say a good father should stop abusing his power. Yes. Not draw lessons from Kenya.
Yes. Because look, me and
election yes,
the very day I'm a Kenya issue. You see, who follow what happens is that these things they easily spread. Yeah. Say Arab Spring, no, it started. Is it in Egypt or Tunisia? Then it started spreading to all the Arab. In the 60s, Kwame Nkrumah ye two no, I told you 45 to 2 no. It started spreading. Togo, Nigeria, the 2 years. So when some of these things started,
as a Mali, Burkina, Guinea, also
good. So moment I shall say Obebino, yes, so be about you share. So we should also begin to be thinking that look, this thing can easily. We don't pray for it. May God forbid that it happens. But you can't control. You can't control the emotions of people. You can't control it. We don't pray for it.
Okay.
But we have to. Because emotions are not bad.
There's a more caution, President.
President said, look, Ghana and a war. Me, I'm an MP. But even with my passport, I don't even have visa. And I know, me visa or my passport, it's only Ghana I have.
Yeah.
Now, Obi no, I walk down, ono so on kese ono kra bi kra passport no onni bi
of no rank
onni bi enti agi kikira okohi enkwada emma so edru election time say ya nyina ye mpa ebo eni say ebe hwie wa asundwiem ye nyina ye nyire ya ho say ebe ye niam ebe ye pepre yo enkofa oyene bia nya de emma so we should support Dampare and his men to keep this election peacefully for us. But yeah, politicians, especially the party in government, I think just even adding on to the Supreme Court is not. So we thank God that whichever council says, look, let's pull break.
Okay.
President and his people should pull breaks. As to say, okay, so omo pali na MPP ni no on nim adwuma no na de mana. Look, and it happens. Me by DC na by office. There are people MPP. But at the end of the day, no, I realize that some of them were very productive. And you guys are on penna. So sometimes the question I ask is, okay, you guys are on penna. And I say, he's going to work in another district.
Okay.
Because on transfer.
Not the expertise in a different place.
Please. And you know, we agree say professionalism and we here. And you know, the nipa no also so we are professional. Behave as a professional. Nemo ko you and him. Hey, me the MPP and I me the NDC. It creates a problem, especially when we are in election year. Nobody should. The advisors of the president should tell him not to add on to the Supreme Court what we already have.
Okay, Honorable Sanja Nanja, na yetene nkano atebubu amanten mpesuaso. Ono jinem de den ema NDC. Honorable yedase. Honorable I can say me kojosu na mo memo comment kakra on the cement issue because we na wo mrasha bedwam. Na wonim exactly what happened there. Honorable Katie Hamo the airline buy no. Mo minority mo so mtwetwe. Mo ta na chi, mo bo na chi mo me. Ema ye le